So in Cleveland, where we had Tamir Rice shooting, that's a 12-year-old who was shot with a toy gun, white cops have decided that they are being discriminated against. Literally, they filed a suit. It's not particularly about the Tamir Rice case, it's about other cases. You'll see one case that might even be more egregious. But they feel like they're being singled out and that the real victims are white cops. Okay, well, let's go and find out about this story and we'll judge for ourselves. Less than a week after 12-year-old Tamir Rice was fatally shot by Cleveland police officers who thought Rice's toy gun was real, 9 other members of the Cleveland Police Department filed a lawsuit that accused the department of discriminating against non-African-American officers who used deadly force. And so it's not just white cops that are being discriminated against, it's just these cops who happen to be white and have killed other people, okay? But they really must be the victims. Let's find out how they've been victimized. In the suit, the plaintiffs claimed that the department treated non-African-American officers involved in the 2012 shooting of 2 African Americans substantially harsher than African-American officers involved in the same incidents. The lawsuit deals with the aftermath of a deadly November 2012 car chase. During the car chase, 13 police officers fired over 130 shots at a Chevrolet Malibu. Both people in the car were shot over 20 times and killed. Neither had a weapon. So get a load of the balls on these guys. Combine, they fire 130 shots. They put 20 bullets in each of the guys who were unarmed. And they file a lawsuit saying we've been discriminated against. Now, I know when the court hears the case, they got to see how the white officers were dealt with and how the black officers were dealt with in that same shooting. They got to make an adjudication on that. I understand that. At the same time, the fact that you're not up on murder charges should be plenty enough for you. But no, you want to get back in the news. And what do you want? You want money? What do you want? Because you're the victim, right? You're demanding things of the state because you were victimized as you murdered these 2 guys. And look, I'm sure there are circumstances in that case where they say, oh, we were in danger. The cops are always mortified. They're the most frightened people in America. Their lives are always in perpetual danger. They can't afford not to fire 130 shots at people who are unarmed because they're so scared all the time. But I mean, I don't know that there's a better case of, rubbing salt in the wounds, insult to injury than this case. The officers allege that the department's practices place onerous burdens on non-African American officers, including the plaintiffs because of their race, which violates their due process and equal protection under the law. Now, after you've shot somebody 130 times, you don't want any onerous burdens put on you. Of course not. The officers argue that as a result, they have lost wages and have suffered impairment of their professional reputations, humiliation, emotional distress, mental anguish, and other serious damages. I'm sorry, I wouldn't want to ruin your professional reputation by implying the facts, which are that you shot these guys 130 times and killed them when they were unarmed. Put 20 bullets apiece in them. I'm stunned by that. But now, to be fair, boy, they must have gotten some extreme punishment here, and that's why they're complaining. Let's find out what their punishment was. The officer's share of the punishment was 3 days of administrative leave, followed by restricted duty for a period of time, typically 45 days, during which they say they were asked to do menial and unpleasant tasks and denied overtime pay. Oh, I'm sorry. Did we ask you to go on leave for 3 days and have you do menial tasks for a month and a half? After you killed those 2 guys, riddled them with bullets? We've been so onerous on you. But look at the attitude. I mean, this isn't something they flippantly said. It wasn't a tweet they sent out. They hired lawyers and they brought this to court. This is a lawsuit that they filed. Because from their point of view, they're entitled to everything, and you're entitled to nothing. They're above the law. So after they riddled these guys with bullets, again, they were unarmed. after they do that, how dare you give them leave for 3 days? I mean, we don't know. Maybe the African American officers only got leave for 2 days and had to do menial tasks for 30 instead of 45 days. Wow, you really should go to court over that. Because in their view of the world, they're always right, and they should never, ever face any consequence for any action they take, including killing people who are unarmed.